Hello everyone. So, trying out the YouTube Live, very improvised today. We have a new place here. I am in a living room. I've been here for the first time 5 minutes ago. Where do I am? We will find out later on. You can hear from my voice and see from my hair. I actually, although it's pretty late, I just woke up about a couple of hours ago already, but still feel a little bit sleepy because I'm traveling. And someone, an unknown person, has prepared for me here a tea set. Let me see if I can feed that into the screen. Kind of. Oh, and my unknown guest just arrived. Hello, I am YouTube streaming. I'm trying to YouTube stream with your tea. I just started.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah. So my unknown guest is just here. You haven't seen him yet, but what he told me this morning, actually yesterday evening, that he left for me some black tea to try. Mm-hmm. And so I see that this one is for sure a black tea.
Jin Jun Mei.
Jin Jun Mei, and here this also looks like a black tea actually.
Yeah, Suchong.
Suchong, okay. From?
From China. These are from a Chinese woman who has a tea shop.
Ah, okay.
Her name is Besa.
Besa. Besa, okay.
It has a very fruity aroma.
Mm-hmm. It's actually, the smells is like Fengqing Honcha, the Yunnan. Is it from Yunnan?
I don't think so.
No? It's very similar. Also, you can see from the leaves, I will show that to you in a second. I put some leaves, yeah, it's dry in the guy one. Is a fairly long twisted leaves, dark black with a glossy finish and a purple reddish tone that are very difficult to show on the camera, but oops, I can give it a try here. And yeah, you probably won't see the purple reddish I was talking about, but it's there. So that's a Fengqing Honcha, not from Yunnan, maybe worth trying. Let's go for it. I just told them that I am in the Nannuoshan living room. There are not many people online right now, but people will watch it offline later on.
Offline.
Yeah, because I didn't anticipate it. I just, started and here we are. So sometimes social media are actually not virtual, but help for real connections actually in the real world. That's what happened actually between my unknown host here and myself. And well, if you would like also some tea, yeah, get a cup. And I already boiled the water, so I will start giving it a rinse.
Maybe do you need a guy one a little bit bigger?
We can do, it's okay. I like the small guy one, so this is cute. We can make it work. We do it then Chaojo style. I see you are right-handed. I am left-handed. Yeah, join me on this side if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, and should be able to fit both. No, you know what? On the other side, I just said I am left-handed, so that helps. Yeah. Nice. Here we are.
Hi guys. Good morning.
Carlos, my host. And let me see. We are all to fit everything. We have to sit a little bit more on the back so that you see we fit on the camera. Perfect. Here we are. So now we have the tray and both of us. So back from work.
Yes.
Wasn't too long today.
No, it was nice, but
Because not too long.
not too long. Not too many hours today.
That's good. The smell is really, really floral to me. Very
Yes.
aromatic.
Yes. It's like tropical.
Tropical, yeah, it has some tropical smells to it. To me, here is tropical weather. It's like I opened the window and I was thinking, okay, we are in winter. Open the window to change the air. I even didn't notice that the window was open. It's so warm. We are in southern Spain, in Andalusia, the capital of Andalusia, Sevilla.
That's right.
As you told me yesterday.
How did you get up?
Good, good. Actually, I woke up even before the alarm, which is a good sign. Means I was ready to get up. So
your knees?
my knees are okay. My legs are a little bit sore. I feel, some not so much the quads, but more the calves. Definitely sore. I just came back from a 3 days running in Andalusia, and it's the first day of recovery. So
Yeah, I saw a video from you on YouTube channel with a recovery run.
recovery runs, yeah. But today my recovery run will be no run at all. That's true. Actually, it would be good, yeah. To just go for an extremely slow. They say that when you do a recovery run, it should be shameful. Like you run so slow that you shame yourself of running so slow. And it is the case. Like you really have to. And for many people, it could be just walking. Just going for a walk, and that's because you get more tea.
And that is maybe better than stay on the cold.
Yeah, because when you have lactic acid in your muscles, and you want the body to absorb that as quick as possible, so they are just in your muscle, they are localized there. By walking, you increase your circulation, your blood circulation, and that helps. I'm missing now the English word, but basically to remove, the lactic that cause the pains in the muscles. So even people that do very, very hard races, where usually you cannot even get up the next morning, they try to force themselves to go for a walk, at least, often bare feet, because those people that do really these extra long ultra marathons, the next day they even don't want to see some shoes, because they have been in those shoes for so long and the feet are hurting. So they just go bare feet on a meadow and do some walking in and back. That helps a lot, yeah. But back to the tea. I confirm also from the taste. So I will have to do some more investigation into this. And if you guys know any information about that, please let us know. So this specific taste is actually very common of Fengqing Hongcha. Fengqing is a city in Linzang where it is said, according to one of the story, that it is where in the 1939, I think, a research center was set up to, how can I say, to develop local black tea production in China. So in Yunnan. So from the east of Yunnan, they sent over some researchers and a small camp, basically, to initiate black tea production in Yunnan. Because, it's a long story. I think I did some videos about that. But long story short, in Fengqing, they do other teas. They do, of course, Shenpuer, they do the classic Yanhong, but they have also this specific taste. And I wonder, maybe it's a question for Bessa, since she does that elsewhere, if the commonality at this point is really this specific cultivar, and to find out more about that.
I will try.
Would be interesting, yeah.
Some people say that the home place of the Hongsha is Dongmu, no?
Dongmu, yes, is considered where black tea first initiated, but Dongmu maybe I would say is a little bit of a stretch, in the sense that Dongmu is a famous place, and therefore why not? Let's make a famous place also the first place where it was done. but actually no one knows if it was really Tommu or somewhere next to it. Tommu is right at the border between Fujian and Jiangxi provinces. There is this mountain range, yeah, which the local in Ui call Gaoshan, high mountain. They refer to this, and you have Tommu as well as many other villages really at altitude. It's not super high, but it goes to maybe 1,200 meters. And it is said that in this region, at the border between Jiangxi and Ui County in Fujian province, black tea was first invented because when tea was first exported to Europe, it was mainly went through Xiamen, which is in Fujian, and tea came from the Hui region. And at that time, most likely it was oolong because it was before black tea was invented. So actually the very first tea that European drank, I think the first were the Portuguese and right after the British, they actually, don't have to forget my brew, they actually tasted oolong first. But now oolong, as you know, is quite long processing and difficult to produce. So what happened is that they, at a certain point, it's just an assumption, right? No one knows. But the assumption is, and to me it's reasonable, they cut short the production of oolong. Instead of this very complex, slow oxidation and control oxidation, they just oxidize it fully, and in much faster, adding heat, adding vapor, or if you want water, sometimes you just spray water to the leaves, so that in a few hours you oxidize them truly and you send it abroad as an export tea. And anyway, you put it on a boat, it takes 3 months to reach Europe. By the time it arrives there, it's anyway no more that good, right? You can imagine on the sea, humid conditions. They certainly didn't have any vacuum packing like you have some here, right? I think.
Yes.
Yeah, almost, but they didn't have some nice packaging like these, so it was just yeah.
When you say that, first of all, it was in Portugal, the first European people who bring the tea from China, it's because Catalina de Braganza, that she was going to marry with a man from the monarchy of Britain.
Okay.
So it was like a present for the British that she bring some tea for them.
Really? Okay, that's interesting. Because actually, I just go by memory that it was the Portuguese, but I didn't know the reason, and I wasn't 100% sure. We didn't prepare this. It's just, you just enter and we were filming, but
improvised.
That's okay. That's the reason, you see. Yeah, I mean, of course, Portuguese were really good in exploring, as we know, in exploring new land. Yeah. Macau, right? Yes, yeah. Where they still have a strong Portuguese community, right? Yeah. Yeah, the tea is nice. If you like really aromatic blacks, Frenching style. Now, I don't know at least how best cause the tea. Fortunately, it's written only in Chinese.
She didn't provide too much info about the tea.
Yeah, I can. And also, this type, we have to pay attention. At least there are 4 characters here. I should use my phone to translate them. I can recognize only 2. Zhong, which means middle, and Cha. The other 2, I don't know. So, but this is not a sign. It doesn't seem the color or the type of the tea. Now, sometimes they buy these boxes and they put inside whatever tea.
Exactly.
So,
it's a very common packaging, but sometimes it didn't have to be related with the tea.
Not necessarily. Yes. So sometimes people send me pictures of the packaging, asking me what there is inside. But there are in China, there are in tea places, there are packaging shops. There are whole shops only with packaging, and so that the producer can go there. But what we can read here, and this may be
I didn't see that.
Let's see. I don't know if we will be able to read it, but gong E, and then there is an X, and
Of course, I'm going to take a scissors.
yeah. Yeah, so Carlos, how we met each other, well, actually we met for the first time yesterday evening. I just published it on my private, personal, not private, it's personal Instagram account. If you want to check that out, I think it's Gabriele underscore Jamu. Jamu is my Chinese name, by the way. And I posted that I was going to Andalusia for this adventure. And then Carlos wrote me and he said, "Oh, I am there." And I was saying, "Okay, where are you?" And so at the end, I organized a little bit my trip back, passing by Sevilla, so that even though I'm staying less than 24 hours, at least we could go out yesterday night for a nice beer and tapas.
Next to cathedral.
Next to the cathedral, right? It was really beautiful and very crowded, as you would expect from a Spanish.
For a work day.
For a work day, Spanish people, yeah, going to dinner way after the end of the working shift. And so, yeah, and today we have maybe some tea, relaxing, and then later in the afternoon I have my bus to continue the trip farther east.
It's not.
That's the Jin Jun Mei.
Yes, it's not very gold, huh?
Oh, it doesn't have to be. The original one, Jin Jun Mei, is like that. Yeah. So some expect as reasonable that Jin Jun Mei is very golden buds, and if you look at this one, let's see how that works. Is actually fairly dark. But this is the original version. So the original Jin Jun Mei, when it was invented, it wasn't golden buds. It was these dark gray with a little bit of yellowish inside. Yeah, that's really the original Jin Jun Mei, depending on the cultivar they use. So if you use the local cultivar in Tommu that is also elsewhere, you get this tea. And then you can use other cultivars to do Jin Jun Mei.
But the difference between this darker color and the golden buds
is the cultivar.
Oh, okay.
So after it was invented in 2005, many people became very popular, very pricey, and so many people were trying to copy that. China, they are very good at copying other countries, but they're also very, very good at copying among each other. So if you have now, let's say in the north of Fujian, where there is a good production of black tea, and you want now to copy the Jin Jun Mei, and you know the Jin Jun Mei is made with only buds, what do? You use the local tea you have on your fields, you take the buds and you try to process it as Jin Jun Mei, right? You don't have that one cultivar that was used right in Tommo. And so that's how everything started. So you have a lot of Jin Jun Mei like teas that are made with other cultivars and can be very copper in color. Yeah.
I think people usually think about if the bud is golden, is better quality.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. It's just it's just how the color that these hair that there is on the leaves take when it oxidized. Some of them from white, like in a white tea, by our Ingen, when they oxidize, they become coppery. And these actually either has less leaves. Let me see. Let's take one here and have a look. Yeah, so it seems that they have way less hair, and the hair are those that become yellowish, coppery, and otherwise it's just the leaf that is black. And some other, but it doesn't have, You know, it's by the way, since you're asking, we are doing very soon. It's now online, should be on the shop if you check it out under black tea or under collections. We have 7 different Jin Jun Mei from spring 2022. Well, from spring 2022 that were made by the same farmers, same farmer, but either different processing or different plants. And the farmer distinguished them in 3 categories: fruity, floral, and one more that I cannot remember right now will pop up. And so we will do a blind tasting. We have prepared a blind tasting set with 7 samples, and then we will do. I think it's at the end of this month of February. We will do a blind tasting on our Discord channel. So where we will taste them together, and there you have some that are like this dark and some that are really bright. Yeah.
I've seen that you are very active on Discord.
Yeah, we use it. I like it actually because it's way more interactive than any other social media I've seen. So because you can create this group of people, these communities that otherwise you cannot do in Facebook, you cannot do in Instagram. So in Facebook and Instagram is more us posting and people commenting, or but there is not a lot of interaction. At most, there is interaction between us and one on the other side. While on Discord, you have hundreds of people, and depending on the group, and people are chatting with each other, discussing different topics. You can maybe, let's say that is a Saturday evening, you don't want to go out, you want to have tea, but you are alone. You can just turn on Discord and ask who wants to be online, or you just go online. The other people see that, join you, and you have a video call with other tea lovers and drink tea together. These kind of things. Yeah, it's very, very interactive.
And even if you are talking from the part of the owner of a tea shop like you, I haven't seen in another social media a owner like you keeping such in contact with the
with the customer, yeah,
with the customers, with the people. It's very
near. I like that. Yeah, because
close.
We had everything started. Nanoshan started even before Nanoshan started. All my tea journey, if you want, or Nanoshan journey started with workshops, just free workshops. I was traveling around mainly in Europe for work, and I was just taking a few days more. Let's say I have a conference on a Thursday. I take the Friday off, I stay over the weekend, I get some contacts and organize the seminars and workshops just to spread tea culture. And I was doing everything for free, and having just, sometimes was even paying to reserve a room in a cafe, for example, or found myself in Stockholm just giving flyers in the streets to invite people to drink tea. So everything started with a real interaction between myself and either tea lovers or people that were tea lovers to be. And so when we opened an online shop, what was missing in the online shop was the real contact, right? So we opened in the online shop, I meant. Then we opened the real shop in Berlin, and although I wasn't there all the time, that was the way of really getting again, like now, really in-person exchange and drinking together tea. And now that I had to close the shop when I moved to the US, we came back to the initial situation, and Discord is offering that platform for me to be a little bit closer and really also enjoy tea together with tea friends and customers. You don't have really to be a Nanoshan customer to be on that platform. I'm sure not everyone is, yeah. And and we do also tea classes. So it's free tea classes, usually on Tuesday evening, 6:30 our time here in Europe, and people know it, join in, and it's actually is a tea class meant for the Nanoshan team, our colleagues, but in the meantime, there are, so many other people joining and just listening in or drinking together, yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
The relation between customers and the owner.
Yeah.
You have the opportunity to give confidence, to give information, to give knowledge.
Yeah, and also the customer give knowledge to us, right? Like think today about Portugal and how Portugal was the first country to import tea. So it's not that because I have an online shop that I know everything about tea, right? Many times, depending on the topic, customer may know way more than I.
Even you have the opportunity to have a very good feedback.
Also, yes,
From them.
That helps. Yeah, that helps.
That helps a lot.
Yeah, and if and it's very open. Of course, we try to be respectful always, and that's a must on the platform. And it's nice that it develops in a way that everyone is super friendly. And I have to say, at the beginning, I was very active, and now there are so many active people that I'm no more, even more, the most active, just because I cannot physically follow up all the discussions. So now I was 3 days on the countryside with no internet. And this morning I turn on and there's such a list of people mentioning me. So I have to check and see what they wrote. People sending me messages. And so yeah, I really like, and there wouldn't be Nanoshan if it would be only an online thing. Just, just to sell tea and TEAWARE.
And the name of Nannuoshan, that it is the mountain called Nannuo.
Yeah.
Why Nannuo and not another
because
mountain?
that's the first mountain I've been in China searching tea. Yeah, it was an adventurous trip in August 2010. We traveled with my girlfriend of that time. We traveled to Thailand, then from Thailand along the Mekong River with a boat. So Thailand is not connected to mainland China. In between, there is on one side Myanmar and on the other side Laos. And at the border between Myanmar and Laos, there is the Mekong River that flows from Thailand along the border into China. And so we took a high-speed boat. High-speed took 9 hours, and in Thailand, and went all the way to Jinghong, the capital of Xishuangbanna. And there we arrived, and without knowing nothing about Chinese, and we started looking around and see of ways of going to the fair farmers, and we managed a connection with the farmer house on Nanoshan, and we spent there some days harvesting tea, producing tea with them. And that's why at that time I thought, if I will ever do something with tea, I will call it Nanoshan. Shall we try the Jin Jun Mei?
Sure, of course.
Let's go for the Jin Jun Mei.
I have so many others, but
I bet you are. Yeah.
As you told me yesterday, you like to get up with black tea.
Yeah, I like to drink black tea in the morning. I don't know why. Sometimes, I change. But I find myself most of the time drinking black tea, I think because it has this bold taste, and it's not usually, this is an exception, overwhelming aromatic. And usually in the early morning, I don't want really to smell into flowers or something too strong. Yeah.
You want a good heat on you?
Yeah. We don't do it all because it's really a lot for this guy. When we do a little, we do just a few. Maybe we have enough water?
Yes, I think so.
For this mini guy one, that should be okay. Yeah.
So good weather today, very sunny.
Yeah. Does it rain here?
Not much.
Not much, it looks like, yeah.
In about 3 or 4 months, we will have 35, 37.
So now it's the perfect weather, right? Because it's really enjoyable. It's not cold. Probably for the Spanish, it's cold.
Yes.
This weather, right? It's cold, but in the evening it can be chilly, right? There is a lot of temperature variation during the day, But like right now, it's 11:51 in the morning. You could go out without the jacket. At least coming from Switzerland, you don't feel you need a jacket outside.
Now we have 8 degrees.
8 degrees, it feels so warmer. No, maybe with 8 you need a jacket. But you know, it depends. In the shadow is one thing, but the sun, what I noticed also during the last day, the sun is really warming. So if you are under the sun, it's a completely different story. Even if the temperature
That's right.
is not that high. While right now in Switzerland, it doesn't matter if you're in the shadow or under the sun. It's not warm. Well, I forgot before we drank the rinse, but let's rinse it so that we rinse the cup as well. Yeah, and I was saying, so Carlos read about that in Instagram and then told me, yeah, pass by, then we can have some tea together. And I ended up actually being hosted by Carlos for the last night, which was great. Because they said I was very much in the countryside. So now going back to civilization is taking some time. I had to take a bus yesterday night to Sevilla. And tonight I have the next buses. Connections, I don't know in the north, but in southern Spain by train is really bad.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. It's even if you want to go to Almeria or to Granada, you have to change. There's not always a direct connection.
And they are not very often either. So it's like from the place I was yesterday in Ronda, there is a train station, but it's like two trains passing by and stopping every day.
And it's very curious. I'm sorry for my throat, but today I'm a little bad with the throat.
So it's good to drink something.
Yes. The first high-speed train in Spain was from here to Madrid.
Sevilla, Madrid was the
Sevilla,
connection.
Madrid.
Okay. Makes sense. I mean, two large cities. Although, you know, Barcelona and Madrid would also make sense because they are not that close, right? Okay.
They made that connection because of the International Expo.
In Sevilla, there was the
in '92.
That's why. I see they want to do now the Expo 2027 in Malaga, I think. If I remember, I saw some advertising there. Very light, I just drew it very shortly. We need to give it a little bit more.
I used to, depends of the person who brewed the tea. Each one has his own flavor, taste, and I usually brew the tea very light.
You too? Okay. So I won't receive any complaints today. I know that usually people complain that I brewed the tea too light. Yeah.
So you are from my team.
So yes, we are in the same team. You know, I don't like when you brew it too strong. You have also, for me, off taste that comes out sometimes, like over brewing, and I really like to appreciate the tea.
The levels.
Yeah, the levels. Exactly. And it's always good if the first brew is light, right? That's the only one that can be light. Later on, you don't have that taste anymore. Let's go for more water.
I'm going to
warm it up, yeah.
This is from YouTube or Instagram?
So this will be on YouTube. It's a live streaming. We have done it in the past, announcing it days before so that people could note it down and was more organized. We use it also. There are ways, it's a bit complicated, but there are ways where you can stream on YouTube for different locations. So I was in the US and I was streaming together with Sigi that was in Germany. And we were drinking the same tea and discussing tea. And those recordings are still online. And so today I thought, let me try and see how it goes. Instagram, well, we use YouTube as the main channel. So in Instagram, we don't post a lot of pictures. We just post the videos we do. And and so this morning, you know, without thinking much,
I remember
I thought that you
first time I bought some tea from your tea shop. that you you didn't have too much content on the social media, and after you started with a lot of content
Oh, it was some
on
time ago
YouTube.
then, yeah. Yeah, the YouTube was another reason I started YouTube when I was in the US. It means it was really not possible to get in contact with the customers. So now we have a shop in the US as well, so it would be different. But at that time we had it only in Europe. And so I was there alone. I had time. And so I said, okay, let me start with a YouTube series. And at the beginning was 2 videos every week, which is a huge amount of work. It was like with post-processing, editing was about 20 hours every week. Of course, long term you cannot do that. And now we do one video every week. We've opened it up also to other streamers. So whoever want to stream, just let us know. We have now Dimitri, we have Sigi regularly posting. So you're welcome. And now the idea would be, it's not so difficult to make videos. And if you have something to share, can just be a tasting or so. Just let us know, and yeah, we will arrange it.
There's a guy, I don't remember the name, that is making some good videos from Nanoshan team about the vocabulary.
Sigi, that's Sigi.
Sigi.
Yeah, about the poor. He's doing a lot of research for that. He's very methodic and has good contacts in China and Taiwan, and through them, every time, yeah, he has. We have a few more in preparation. Now, the last 2 videos that he has done, and they are not yet published, is about specific tea tastings. Because what I like sometimes is having them tasting the same tea that I tasted to see which are the different perceptions on the same tea. Because it's never the same. Not everyone likes the same tea. So for you, hearing exactly the same tea from the mouth and the voice of different person helps in getting really rounded and, if you want, also more objective evaluation. So yeah, we will have tomorrow, as anticipating, Dimitri, that will review on a video a tea that with a friend and myself reviewed a year ago. And then the same tea in a few weeks will be reviewed by Sigi as well.
Interesting.
And I'm curious, I will review also, well, I remember my first impression of that tea. So I've seen just today morning the video that will be published tomorrow. And yeah, I think Dimitri had some similar impression, but he also added something more. So he spoke also a lot about the mouthfeel of the tea. That is something that initially I didn't notice, or at least was not dominant, let's say. And also about acidity and the difference between tartness and acidity, which he's a native English speaker, so that helps. Because honestly, in Italian, for example, I don't even know exactly how should I translate tartness. It's very, I mean, acid is easy, is acido. Sour, which goes in that direction, is also easy to translate. But tart, something tart, yeah, it's really. I'm not sure we have a specific word, at least that I know. Italians that are watching, please let us know.
I thought you said darkness.
Tart, T-A-R-T. So tart, sour, acid, they're all, yeah, it's maybe might be worth doing some investigation and doing a video, because sourness in tea is something, it's not of the main taste, it's not the easiest to find. I would say the easiest to find is bitterness, is a bitter tea. Tea is a bitter plant. But sourness, you have it sometime in black tea. You have it in very light Tieguanyin, for example. There is even a specific type of Tieguanyin that is the sour type, but it's not so common. And it has usually, sour can have both a positive and a negative connotation. Maybe acid, something acid is more negative, maybe. Could be.
When I think on the sorry, when I think on the word acid or sour, I always come. It always come to me the black tea.
Yeah, yeah. Is a classic example, I would
Yes,
say,
because
for
I think in
sour
oolong
taste.
or white tea or shampoo, they don't bring me too much acid.
Yeah,
Sour.
yeah, yeah. But black tea is a classic. Yeah, it is. So it must come from the oxidation at the end.
I must say that I'm completely in love with silver needle
White tea.
white tea. It's
It's bad because it's expensive. Of all
so
white
elegant,
teas,
so
yeah, it
elegant.
is very delicate and elegant. Yeah, that's true. And try to get, if you haven't done it yet, some very very fresh Indian, because it changes so quickly. So maybe this spring try to get, within the first month from the harvest. It is a completely different taste, very green. But if it is good quality, is green, again sour in a way, green like grass, but with a so subtle and nonetheless present aromatic to it that make it unique. So
The problem is that if you are going to buy in Europe, it's always something delayed from the spring. Maybe I don't know, but the new tea from spring in China, it always comes to Europe maybe 2 months later.
Yeah, that would be okay. Let's say up to 2-3 months. What we do usually is, we ship all the tea, not just the green tea, all the tea by plane. And but we do one shipment, which means the tea is stored over the spring in China, the fresh one, like the green tea, like the very fresh, by how in Jan could be the case, in the fridge, and then we do one shipment. And now, since we bring out the teas and the new products during the year, for the very fresh one, we usually use Discord to offer it to the community, because to put the product page online, you have to taste the tea, make the photo, edit the photo, translate it from English to German, and then you can go online. So it takes some time. So in Discord, we say, we have the new teas there, we have this tea, that's the price, who wants it? And sometimes we create a hidden product page that if you go on the website, you cannot find, but if they have a link, and there is no description, product pages could say, buy how in Jan for Discord channel, no picture, and you can just buy it.
That's great.
Yeah, and so that's why sometimes it's worth being on the Discord, even if you are not active participating, because you can have these opportunities. Another thing that is worth mentioning, and I think is great for that, we involve the community on Discord in selecting the TNT where we are going to buy in the next year. So now we have a long group where, sorted by types, people put pictures and suggestions about what to buy. And then we will review everything before starting. And depending on what people like and which are our connection, we try to accommodate. And even more than that, that's really cool. We have got last year artist making a guy one. He made some prototypes. We put the prototypes on the Discord. People pointed out what they wanted to change on the guy one. The artist modified the guy one, making new prototypes according to that, and then we produced the series.
Good point.
Yeah, it's not yet online, but it's already on the warehouse. So we will have two guy one, same design, one small, similar to this, one a little bit larger, and we're actually co-designed by the guys on the Discord channel. Is it cool?
That's what I was talking to you about, the feedback. It's very important.
And so this is, we try to make the Discord as interactive as possible. By the way, in the description below, I will put, not right now, as soon as I have time, I will put the link to the Discord so you can join it. You need an invitation link. If you don't find it in this, go to one of the previous week's videos, and in the description at the very top there is a link to join the Discord. I would say, it's 12. In 4 hours I have my bus, and maybe we should also make something else today before leaving. So shall we say bye bye to everyone? And I hope you have enjoyed this spontaneous tea talk.
Yes, tea talk.
Tea talk is a tea talk with Carlos, and I'll see you in the next video.
It's been a pleasure.
Bye guys. Now I have to find out how to stop this.
The cross.
Maybe, yeah.